And
What up,
yo,
y'all?
yo, welcome to another episode that you guys have been dying for. We've been dying for to do it together, man. Fucking the Musubi and Me show. Glizzy Frank and Musubi. No cooler fucking meat. What is a cooler like meat that would
I have a line. I think it's gonna work here.
yeah.
Yeah, it's your favorite little meat morsels.
Your meat morsels, yeah, your
packed
favorite
into
meat
your favorite little
morsels.
punch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What better meat combinations that is bad for your health and good for your health at the same time?
Not true, because we did this last time. You remember the Costco hot dog diet,
Yeah.
and Homeboy lost like 5 pounds in a week.
Well, that's because he can only afford it's calorie intakes and calorie outtakes.
I'm asking, what were you eating before, sir?
Yeah, right.
Because there's nothing good, like drink-wise, that you could possibly get.
That's gonna make you gain weight if you just
lose weight.
Oh, well.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, everything's going to make you gain weight, but like fruit punch, like what are you going to get at Costco? When you go to Costco and you get a hot dog, you get a glizzy, you get a glizzy frank.
Yeah, you get a hot dog, and you only get in a hot dog because you're fasting or whatever like that, and you only eating a hot dog like for the whole day. If
No,
you're eating a hot dog for the whole day,
I'm saying sometimes I go to Costco and I want 2 hot dogs, but I only want 1 drink, and they still give you 2 cups.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well,
But like
the proportions at Costco are ridiculous.
2 cups, 1 girl. You know what I mean? Like, what am I to do?
I just want a hot dog. I don't want them to shit in my mouth.
Yeah. Thanks.
Facts and facts and facts. So, Jesus Christ. So, we had a good time at Colina.
We did have a good time.
For the intro, yeah.
Yeah. We like to go in and spitball, if you will. And actually, I think this is our biggest takeaway there is we had a fun, not too aggressive bar crawl.
Yeah.
Right? Like
one drink and go.
Yeah, like 1 drink and go to
one
the next
place we might have had 2 drinks and go, but there was people, we were having a good conversation with ourselves and stuff like that. And we saw a couple lonely people at the bar, and we sat next to them, and they were trying to talk to us just because they saw that we were having a good time.
And I think the biggest takeaway there, though, was that bar crawl was like there was enough walking distance between the bars.
Yes.
That's key. Right? Because most of the time
you can't go right next door.
No, most of the time you can't go right next door. It's right next door, and it's aggressive. Or actually, I think the worst one is: have you ever done bar golf?
I don't even know what the fuck that is.
Okay, so bar golf essentially is you have 18 holes, 18 bars.
Okay.
Okay, and then every place you go, you have to drink a certain drink, right, to make par. And then, or sometimes it's like if you finish this drink in this many amount of gulps or
Yeah.
drinks or whatever it is, then you make par.
See, if someone's telling me like what to drink, I feel like I don't want to drink it. Like
I've never seen anybody play bar golf and not get blacked out.
yeah,
Not 18 holes anyway. No fucking way.
right.
And actually, I've never seen anybody do 18 holes. So
Like 18 bars. Like, hey, we're all getting blacked out, and our parents are going to be disappointed, or our parents have done it and then be like, we'll be disappointed in our parents.
yes,
Like kind of the same thing. Like Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
Like if Jesus was slathered with some cheese, I feel like he'd be like a little more likable. Like, you know what I mean? Like just a little bit of nachos, and you'd be like, hey, I came back. But he's like, I came back and I slathered everything with some cheese. Everybody likes cheese, right?
I mean, there's definitely a low-hanging Jewish joke there. I'm not sure what it is, but there's definitely one.
Jesus was Jewish.
Jesus was Jewish.
He didn't have curly hair, though. He had straight hair.
Allegedly.
Well,
some people think
yeah.
Jesus was black.
I mean, he was from Israel, so he was obviously like a brown guy. Like white Jesus, that's a myth.
It had to have been like brownish.
Like a myth. Like, right? What? Why is fucking white Jesus hung out at all these churches and shit? Like
We'll
that?
agree with this. He wore sandals, yes.
Hopefully.
He had a slipper tan.
Right?
Guaranteed.
Right?
Guaranteed slipper tan.
Like, what was Jesus' slipper tan? And what kind of slippers did Jesus wear? Was he wearing, like, fucking the in-between the toe slippers? Or was he wearing, like, the Croc slippers that were, like, he had double lines across his feet?
Doc Martens.
Yeah, the Doc Marts. The Doc Marts. Like,
Doc Martens.
yeah, fucking, like, Jesus Christ, bro. Like, what kind of, like, slipper tan were you having? And if you didn't have a slipper tan, were you a black guy? Like, I believe in Black Jesus.
Black History Month, so yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Naturally.
Yeah. 2224. Is it 22? Yeah, it is. Oh, it's 2324.
That's cool.
2324.
Okay,
yeah.
All right, Neo, settle down.
I am the Matrix. Yeah.
All right, actually, we could talk about that for a second. Matrix fell off, right? Like the last Matrix. Did you watch that? It was garbage.
Yeah.
Trash.
It was.
This is not our movie review, by the way.
Not the movie review.
That being said, though, I do love Keanu Reeves. I think he's a great guy.
Bro, Keanu Reeves is the shit.
Yeah.
Like a little off topic, but Keanu Reeves is the shit. In a motorcycle clan, like fucking just like chilling for like whatever.
Black History Month, bro. Don't say clan. That's just.
I said clan with a C.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's acceptable. Yeah. It's a C clan. But Keanu Reeves is like the fucking. Well, let me put this. Why is it like fucking just for like a celebrity to be like an okay guy? They're like, oh, they're such a great guy or whatever like that. It's just like, oh, you're like a nice guy or whatever like that. And you get more praise for being a good guy.
For just being like a regular Joe.
Just for being a regular guy.
They have like shows on that now, though, where it's like reality shows where they actually just like the one person that's not in on it is like a regular guy, and they just want to see how he reacts.
Like
there's like
with Ashton Kutcher.
There's like a jury duty one.
Yeah.
Right? Jury duty? I think that's what it was.
I haven't seen that one.
Oh, it's good, dude. Yeah. So basically, there's one person who's like not in on it, and everybody else is like an actor.
And it's like, if you're a celebrity, you're a really good guy. And it's like, no, you're just like a good person.
Well, they're a better guy, though, because it's like they have more options than you, right? Like,
I don't know about that.
They have a lot of options, you know,
Yeah, they do have
and they get caught a lot. Like Justin Bieber, I think, got a bad rap because it's like he was 16, he was a kid, he was doing kid stuff, and everybody recorded his every move.
Yeah,
it was kind of fun, honestly.
taking on that, Justin Bieber, I think, is like a pretty good guy, actually.
You're hanging on the cross for a Bieber.
Yeah, I'm hanging on the cross.
You're a believer. You're a believer.
I'm not a believer, but I would say that Justin Bieber is a good guy.
He's a good guy.
Like I saw the side thing he did with Cole Bennett, and who is a cool director and shit like that. And I was like, hey, sorry, I got the hiccups right now.
Oh no. Well, I would like to help you out, but the last time I tried to help you out with the hiccups, you farted in my fucking face.
So
true story.
That was a true story, but there's a lot of other shit that like went into that. So I was trying to do
not
a handstand.
No, not really.
And then you just dropped me.
I didn't drop you, farted in my face, and you got dropped. Bro.
I know. So I farted, and then you dropped me, and then we both started laughing. Like it was like the funniest shit ever, because it was the funniest shit ever. It wasn't like I was intentionally trying to fart in your face. It was like, hey, we're trying to help each other out or whatever.
I mean, I was trying to help you. I don't know if you were trying to help me at all. I don't.
Hey, I was way more drunk than you were, bro. Yeah. Like fucking. I was way more drunk, and then fucking. You tried to help me out, and you're like, hey, just like, let me pick you up by the ankles and shit like that. And then you picked me up by the ankles, and then I farted because I was like, holy shit. And then you dropped me, and then that shit was hilarious. Come on, that shit was hilarious.
We have a story for the rest of our lives.
It wasn't. It was
Musubi farted in Glizzy Frank's face. That shit happened. It was fine. I
wasn't trying to intentionally fart in your face. Yo. It was like, help me out. And you picked me up. And then I just had acid ingestion. Well, I could talk about that shit too.
I'm actually surprised that I didn't get pink eye, honestly. I mean, you guys can't tell because of the sunglasses and shit, but I probably should have got pink eye.
Well, I could tell. Well, I had a problem with like acid ingestion and shit like that. And then I started taking like a Pepsi AC, the 14-day like thing. And I took like a couple of things of it. And I was like, oh shit. Because I would wake up in the morning and I had like mad heartburn and mad like fucking like acid in my stomach. Mm-hmm. And so like it wasn't like I was trying purposely like farting in the face. Like even like my girlfriend, like I'd be like we'd be in the bed and I'd be like farting and shit like that. But Prilosec. It wasn't Pepsi AC, it was Prilosec. So I took a couple of Prilosec pills, and there's like a lot of acid in my stomach. It might have been from like stress, or it might have been like from, I don't know what it is.
Maybe you're expired. Spam is always supposed to be good, right? But maybe it's the rice.
It might be the rice.
It might be the rice. Yeah. You don't know.
Yeah. Know. It might be, I was like stressed out and I had a lot of anxiety and shit like that. And I was just like, fuck, man. I'd wake up in the morning and I would have mad acid. And then we were hanging out and we were joking around and shit. And then
you got the hiccups, man. I came in.
Yeah. You did. And I'm a little embarrassed about that, but like not embarrassed because that is a hilarious story.
It's like, the best story.
Like fucking A. Like fucking Glizzy Frank tried to fucking save me and I accidentally farted and he dropped me and as he should. And then dude, it was just fucking hilarious. Like if you guys would have been there, you don't know.
So that being said, I will talk on this subject for a second. I think that our friend group in particular, we don't have a lot in common, honestly. Right? The one thing we do have in common is we all drink. Right? Yeah. That's how we all became friends.
Yeah.
But we have fucking the best stories because of it. So we can't ever really just be like, drinking's not for me. It's like literally like that's what made our friendship.
Yeah,
It
pretty
is.
much.
It was a huge part of our lives, and fuck, man, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
I don't know. It would be boring. Like, I can't imagine the stories of people that are just sober all the time and like, yeah, man, we fucking hiked Yosemite. It was fucking beautiful. I'm like, cool story, man. My friend farted in my face.
Right.
That's funny.
That's it. Yeah.
Like,
I would agree too. Like fucking. Well, yeah.
well, yeah.
That wouldn't. Well, the funny stories would happen, only if you're like drinking and shit like that. But really, would that happen if we're not drinking? The only thing that would happen would be like, hey, man, we hung out and had a pleasant time, and we're good friends because, like, we're just hanging out and talking to each other. Like, there'd be no, like, farting in faces. There'd be no, like, anything like that.
My Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Oh, yeah, I like him too.
Like, yeah.
All right, but that being said, this is a good transition.
In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Yeah, you being,
baptized Catholic, bro. I was a baptized Catholic.
yeah, you being baptized Catholic and you being, like, Honduran and shit like that.
Yeah,
like,
but my mom wasn't super into that.
My parents weren't either that. So you're a brown and I'm a white. So, like, like experience wise, like fucking the Browns, like you should believe in like Jesus and shit like that. And me being Catholic and shit, not should be, but like.
I mean, it depends.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
where I'm coming from.
I get where you're coming from. I get
like,
what you're trying to say.
Like, you're not Mexican, but you're Mexican enough. So, like, you should be, like, fucking...
Well, we'll say that the Spanish raped and pillaged fucking everything they could, and so did the English. And it was basically all of the Christian and Catholic nations, basically.
Yeah.
Right? And so they kind of... they put that upon other people, but like I come from basically a time where it's like, yeah, my mom was very much, it was pushed upon her to be Catholic, but she sought out other things.
Exactly.
And so like for her, it was like more, she went back to more like.
But what was
what would you call that? Where
if
it's
you
like,
don't mind, what was your mom's nationality?
She's Honduran. She's full Honduran.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, so I mean, so that's what I'm trying to say. Like, she was brought up in that, but she found her own religion after, which was like agnostic.
Yeah.
And then from that, it was basically she found. I really, really like. I forgot what it's actually called, but it's basically like where.
I'm agnostic too.
Yeah, but like where you kind of believe in like nature gods and stuff like that, or like wolves or this or that or whatever. Like they all have like particular.
So she was a pagan.
Pagan, yeah. She wasn't a pagan. I feel like I'm more of a pagan than she is. You know what I mean?
She was a Greek pagan. Like she would have loved fucking Percy Jackson.
Well, okay, I'll say this right here. So this is like one thing that I always say to people that always gets them like, fuck, that's nice. All right, you ready for this one? So my mom passed away, right? Whatever. But with that, basically what I did is spread her ashes up in the highest mountains, and I spread her ashes in the ocean.
Dude,
okay, so
that's so dope. Yeah, that's so dope.
But like, so anytime I go to the highest mountain, I am able to see my mom. And then anytime I go to the ocean, so anytime I go to the ocean, which I go to the ocean every fucking day almost.
I know, you told me.
And I touch the water, I say, "Hey, Mom," and she welcomes me in. It's fucking beautiful, dude. Like, it's like, that's the way it should be.
That is the way it should be.
Yeah, like, but so I think about my dad as the sun. So my dad, like, you know how like sometimes you like look up at the sun and it kind of blinds you, but you're looking up at him with such admiration.
Well, that is like pretty much like the definition of like happiness. Like, fucking, how can you like?
That's family.
Yeah,
that's family. You know what I mean? Like it's it's like they have your back, and so like just to give yourself those daily reminders. Didn't think that would come from a hot dog, did you?
That was a hot take.
Hot take.
That was a hot take.
I tell you, man, I've been sizzling for a minute.
But that is fucking dope. But what do you think about Jesus? Actually, what race do you think Jesus was? He was obviously a brown guy, right? Because he was like
Hebrew. I think it's
Palestinian,
Hebrew.
Palestinian, or
Yeah,
like
definitely,
brown guy.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
when people say like white Jesus, I'm like, okay,
Oh, man, I hate to bring it here, but they would have blown the fuck out of Jesus in the Gaza Strip, guaranteed.
like right, like
Yeah.
fucking A, man, like Jesus is on the cross and shit like that, and he's like a white guy. Like it's not white Jesus. Like fucking, he's from fucking Palestine, or he's like from.
You whip a white man. You know what I mean? You give him like the belt. You give him something, whatever. You know what I mean? Black guy. At those times, in those times.
Yeah, exactly,
You know what I mean? That's
exactly.
all I'm saying. Like it's like.
Like fucking in Palestine and shit like that. Is there a black Jesus?
The point is, he had to have been different enough to where it scared them.
The only thing is,
For him to have that kind of a following.
Have you seen the movie Gladiator?
No,
like,
never seen it.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Wait.
Bro, Gladiator, fucking husband to a murdered wife, father to a murdered child, and I will have my vengeance
In this
life or the next.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes. See, everybody's seen Gladiator, man.
But
actually, here's a good one. What's one movie that somebody says they haven't seen that you get really upset about every time?
I would say probably what's a movie where those like kids go to school and shit like that, and
I'm not gonna help you.
They're like, he's like, hey, I gotta turn my boner up into my up to my belly button. It was that movie. Like, well, we had a day today, but that
that was the movie.
It wasn't old school. I would say old school, actually. Old school with like fucking that. But if it wasn't old school, I would say that other movie with Jonah Hill, and then fucking McLovin. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
What was that called? I don't know. My brain is going soft. It was like, hey, super bad. It was super bad.
No, it wasn't super bad. Super bad.
Yeah, super.
It was super bad. Yeah, I'm thinking of Super Troopers. Yeah, super bad. It was super bad.
It was super bad. Super Troopers isn't a thing on its own.
I would say one that I was always looking for that I never got was Sandlot. I always wanted somebody to be like, I feel like Sandlot wasn't that good.
Oh my god!
Because like I wanted to just be like,
it's great. I could quote the Sandlot.
Dude, I used to actually.
I could quote the whole Sandlot movie.
All right, I'm gonna come back to that in a second. But I used to
pick a time.
I used to bait people into being like, and so I would say it. So I was like, yeah, I feel like like Sandlot was kind of overrated, and just to get their response.
Dude, Benny the Jet Rodriguez.
Exactly.
Dude, greatest movie ever. Fucking.
I was waiting for somebody to be like, dude, you're right. I thought the same thing, and I was gonna be like, fuck you.
He's like, yeah, good hat, long bill. He's like, hey, throw your hat in there.
All right. So going back to your other point, though, what I used to do with one of my friends is we used to so we would wait tables. But while we were waiting tables, everybody asks the same generic questions. We're like, oh my God, what's your story? Where are you from? Yeah. And so we got bored.
Exactly.
We got bored. And so what we started doing is we started seeing how long we could go to a movie script without them figuring it out.
Yeah, and with the Sandlot, too.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking.
Yeah, so Sandlot was a go-to. I liked going to the Kumite all the time.
I don't know what that is,
actually. The Kumite? The Kumite was Bloodsport.
Oh
yeah.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
So for those of you,
Jean-Claude
who are here right now, it was basically like it went something like this. It was like, I grew up. I was foreign. I didn't know a lot of people. I didn't have a lot of friends. And one day, I guess I met the wrong friends, and they convinced me to break into a house, and I broke into this house, and they said that I should steal this samurai sword. So I tried to steal the samurai sword, and this kid beat the fucking shit out of me.
It's like, why don't you just slice him up?
But my saving grace was his dad came into the room. He stopped him. He told him, "No, you don't need to beat him. You need to teach him."
What he should have told you is, legends live forever, but heroes never die.
Anyway, I only had one person call me out on that story, so it was funny. It was a good time. You know what I mean? And yeah, so that was
the time that we pickled the beast.
Man, that's a fun game though. That is a fun game.
Like they had like erector sets and stuff like that. No, come on, man. That is. There was a little homoerotica in that shit. Just kidding.
You think? Who's fucking who?
They're all fucking the beast, but it's like
No, nobody's fucking. Dude, you're tripping. You're tripping. All right, I'm out of this story. I'm out of here. No way. All right, first topic. We decided we had to do this one, but you decided we had to do this one.
Yeah.
So drinks, non-alcoholic drinks.
Non-alcoholic drinks.
Yeah. Top 5. I want you to just go through 5. And then I'll go 5. You go 5, I go 5. But no backstories, just saying.
All right.
Yeah.
Slushy from 7-Eleven.
Okay.
Orange juice. Water is my number 3.
Okay.
Gatorade.
Okay.
And then Powerade.
Gatorade.
If you're going to put me on the spot.
I mean, it was your topic, so yeah, I felt justified doing that.
Yeah. So.
Okay, and then give me.
I'll give you 5 seconds.
No, I'll give you 1 minute to justify your answers. Ready?
I don't need to justify my answers. Those were great answers. Slushy is the best, but the only thing I hate about slushies, the Powerade slushy is great. And they don't need to do that. Gatorade, zero sugar Gatorade, because fucking sugar will kill you. Powerade, if you have zero sugar Powerade, that's the next step.
Okay.
And then yada, yada, yada. Oh, we don't have that. You have to say, Alexa, turn on the nipple.
Oh, I just meant the light.
Yeah.
I feel like you left a lot of stuff on the table for me.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
First one.
If you could turn it on, you could turn it on. Like,
All right, I'm going to do my thing real quick.
Yeah.
So here's where I'm going with this. I'm going to go non-alcoholic drinks. Bring it back to the childhood. Capri Sun. Yeah.
Dude, I had to climb up there with the ladder and shit like that. Fucking WD-40 shit. Dude, it was fucking crazy.
All right.
Anyway.
Yeah. All right. Capri Sun.
Capri Sun.
I'm going to say chocolate milk.
Actually, chocolate milk is my number 1.
Yeah.
Chocolate milk is my number 1.
No, it's gone now, sir. I'm going to say I'm going to say a mocktail. I do like a good mocktail.
I'm taking chocolate milk as my number 1.
You're not. No, you're not. It's already gone. It's off the fucking table, bro. It's off the fucking table. So a mocktail, I'm going to say Hawaiian Sun. Any one of those canned juices, I'm down with. And then I'm going to follow that up with an Arizona juice as well.
Arizona?
Yeah.
Like, kidding me, bro? Like,
guess who just got murdered? You, sir.
And I got murdered about a couple. You got murdered about like a couple. Like fucking.
Dude, I feel like I won that chat. Easy. Glizzy Frank takes the win. I don't even think I have to justify any of those answers.
Capri Sun, like, what? How much are you drinking? You taking a sip?
The whole pack. I'm drinking the whole pack.
A big pooch? A big pooch?
I didn't have the big pooches, man. I only had the small pooches, but I'm drinking all 6.
6 of what?
6 Capri Suns.
That's only like 4 sips.
And I was fucking 70 pounds, man. What do you want?
Well, you should have taken more.
Yeah. Wish I could. I didn't have Costco membership. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah. But let's just talk about the fucking Capri Suns. Like, fucking, that shit was like, if you had like a friend that had like Capri Suns and shit like that, you'd be like, oh my God. One time when I was in elementary school, like, it cost a nickel for the regular milk and a quarter for chocolate milk.
Back in my day.
And in the nineties, yeah, right. And fucking, this kid was like talking shit to me, so I blew bubbles in the chocolate milk, and he fucking told on me, and and the fucking teacher was like, I'm getting you in trouble because you blew bubbles in his chocolate milk. And I was like, well, he was talking shit. He was making fun of me and shit. And she's like, well, you deserved it.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. Well, I guess I did deserve it, but it was only a quarter for the chocolate milk. I was in the elementary school. They were like, hey, could you like follow people? And I was like, I'll follow the janitor. And you know what? The janitor makes more money nowadays than most of the teachers at the fucking school.
Like, you know what I was thinking though? Like, this is a little bit.
That's true. That's true.
This
That's
is on topic, but like off of what you're saying.
Yeah.
Can you imagine anything worse than being lactose intolerant and somebody blowing bubbles into your fucking milk so you're already getting more gassy?
No, it was my friend that did that.
That was probably the worst fucking thing you could have done to him.
It was my friend that
he probably thinks he's lactose intolerant because you did that.
No. Yeah. It wasn't that. It was my friend, and then we went to junior high, and then one of my best friends at the time, he was Taiwanese, and fucking we went, and then he hung out with all the Asian dudes, and they like tried to beat me up, and then I was like, fuck you, I'm gonna like fight you guys. And fucking that shit was crazy. There was a guy that tried to like roundhouse kick me, and I was like,
"There's an Asian one."
Yeah,
naturally.
We walked home from school and shit like that, like together all the time and shit like that. But before, like his mom would drop us off at the school. Like I don't want to say their like real names and shit like
Lumpia,
that.
It was Lumpia.
No, it wasn't
For
that.
the sake of the story, it was Lumpia.
It was way before.
It's Lumpia. No, come on. For the sake of the story.
Yeah.
Just to get him in the chat. Just to get him in the chat.
Yeah, get him in the chat, bro.
Bro. Where you at?
I'm loving that you're fucking in the chat. Like, that's fucking great.
Yeah.
Like, fucking A. But I was walking home from junior high, and all these Asian guys were trying to, like, fucking kick my ass and shit like that. And I'm like, hey, this guy's, like, my best friend. But, can't say his name. But,
you have to create a new name.
Yeah.
Dim Sum.
His name was Damn You Koo.
Oh, it's Korean. He's Korean.
Damn You Koo.
Yeah.
Damn You Koo. And fucking, so it was like, all right, we're good friends in elementary school.
Mm-hmm.
And then in junior high, like fucking, he had to hang out with the Asian kids because that's how it was.
Had to break dance and shit. Yeah. Yeah. Also, the Asian kids got to coke way faster than we did. I will say that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That being said, I was thinking about this recently though, where I was like, I feel like if you were like a father figure, right? And like with your kids and stuff, it's like, all right, man, like drugs are cool, like it's fine, but like it's like don't do coke until you're like college. I feel like college, like if you do coke in high school, it's like you have a problem.
Right.
Right? But if you do coke in college, you're just experimenting.
You're a cool guy.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
Hey, I gotta say something about that. Here, can you hand me that one?
The coke.
Yeah. Fucking, I'm talking about crack.
Oh shit.
I'm talking about crack. So I only smoked crack like a few times. One time, I smoked crack and I freestyled for like fucking hours and hours again.
No, I got. Yeah. I've never double dipped though. Have you ever double dipped a Zin?
I'm doing it right now.
Oh shit. Maybe I should.
Right now. I shouldn't do it, but like fucking.
Let me try and double dip. And see
double dip one.
Yeah.
Like fucking.
Learning on the fly here.
Hey,
on the fly.
Zins are like. Hold on, I gotta have a. Hey, we're doing a show. Where you at? Are you? Should I pick you up? Okay. You're like where I should pick you up? Okay. Yeah, we are now. Son of a cock.
Gotta go pick her up.
So I gotta go pick up my girlfriend right now. And Jesus, son of a bitch.
Well, might be a short show then.
Yes, it will be. But we could come back and do another show.
I mean, yeah, I think we just let it ride. Let's hit one more thing real quick. Let's
So we got a couple times.
We gotta hit sports.
Sports, the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
The Super Bowl. Oh, and we actually got a lot of things that we gotta hit. Like fucking.
Okay, maybe we do gotta come back.
I think we do.
All right, back in 10. Back in 10.
So before we leave, Barbie and all that stuff, do you think that it is more controversial that Barbie doesn't have a vagina or that Ken doesn't have a dick?
Simple answer. Ken doesn't have a dick because that's obviously been chopped off.
Yes.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
And Barbie doesn't have a puss, but still, like, the girls are going to be like, oh my God. Da, 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 da.
Yeah, I would still hit Barbie without a puss, so maybe like a little titty fuck or something.
Yeah, a little titty fuck,
yeah,
right?
Could be nice. Yeah. All right, that being said, all right, we'll
be back in 10.
Yeah.
Back in 10.
Yep.